between your eye care team, your medical doctors, and you, the patient.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority in conjunction with the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
So the storm has passed. Danger may still be near. Avoid downed power lines and flooded roads. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly. Only travel if absolutely necessary. Report hazards and stay informed. Recovery begins with caution and care.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
Right now at 11, the Social Services Minister declares war on poverty. Ending homelessness tops the agenda. Gas prices are soaring. The pain customers are feeling as they try to fuel up. And a cry from mariners over rising costs. The sector may be headed for life support. Those stories, today's other news, this late night, Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026.
Bahamas tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
And we thank you for looking in this late night. I'm Corbell Pfeiffer. Social Services out front in the budget debate in the upper chamber this afternoon as its new minister, Senator the Honorable Barbara Cartwright, outlined what the Davis administration intends to do to lessen poverty in the country, even amidst increasingly uncertain global economic times. The new Social Services Minister used her first speech in the Senate to first state what she is not.
Madam President, I am not a social worker by profession.
Secondly, to make clear who she is.
But all of my adult life, in every job I have held, and in every appointment undertaken, I have performed social work in some shape or form.
And then to make it understood that she's waging a war against poverty. Senator the Honorable Barbara Cartwright's fight, she says, is for the poor, the vulnerable, and those who too often feel unseen. Eradicating homelessness is crucial to this campaign.
Shelter is now one of the clearest and most urgent needs facing the ministry.
In the upcoming fiscal year, Cartwright's ministry will receive nearly $65 million. That's a more than 3% increase over this current cycle, but she readily admits with ambitious plans that creating a pilot program meant to ease homeless families into home ownership will require a major overhaul.
Consideration will be given to seeking an increase to provide a greater level of financial assistance.
Social services is an investment in national stability, and towards that end, the Social Services Minister, who oversees more than a dozen divisions, says it's an investment whose returns are immeasurable and whose need is essential. A scathing review tonight of the government's performance, from challenges in healthcare to infrastructure, power outages to the cost of living, all raised in F&M Senator the Honorable Arinthia Komalafe's maiden speech this afternoon. As it relates to the increasing price of gas, while she accepts the country has no control over external shocks, she says mounting fuel prices continue to burden Bahamians.
Small car has a tank size of 10 to 13 gallons. Medium-sized cars, 14 to 17. And SUVs, 16 to 22. And large trucks and large SUVs, 23 to 36. Madam President, at current gas prices, it would take at least $70 for a taxpayer, a Bahamian, to fill up their tank weekly, assuming one fill-up is all they need. That's $280 per month, Madam President, or $350 if there are 5 weeks in the month. Most people cannot afford that, Madam President, with competing bills of grocery, light bills, rent, and or mortgages.
And staying on the subject of gas prices, it's a purchase most people can't avoid, but many say it's becoming increasingly difficult to afford. As consumers look for ways to make their dollars go further, the effects are being felt not just in the capital, but across the country. Here's Leah Cooper.
Today, gas prices are now over $7, with some stations creeping more towards $8. And some motorists here in the capital say they're starting to feel the pinch.
It's kind of alarming for me.
It's very high.
Like you should walk. Like everybody should go get a bike and start doing some type of exercise and activity.
Bad, because this year. $7, $8. I gotta ride for 2 days. I can't even ride for a day now with $7 or $8 for gas.
For many drivers, that pinch is turning into changed habits. For some households, it's meant reworking monthly budgets just to keep up with the rising cost of getting around.
At this point in time, we should basically consider cutting back on the movements that you used to do based on what we see happening now, because we don't know how long this window of this going to be open.
Now, looking beyond New Providence, residents in the Family Islands are feeling the impact even more sharply. In Exuma, one resident says they recently paid as much as $8.32 a gallon, describing it as one of the highest prices they've seen in years.
I normally drive from Williamstown to Fish Fry, Georgetown. And I normally will top up my vehicle at $30 top up. Right now I'm at $45 a week.
Meanwhile, in North Andros, another resident reports paying $7.50 to $7.75 a gallon.
You know, some systems that are like, they don't want gas, but food goes up too. It's just that when I'm at home, gas has never been in the Bahamas.
As fuel prices continue to ride high across the country, many here are now watching closely, hoping for relief at the pump before any pressure on household budgets become even harder to bear. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Also making news this late night, local marinas lament the continued pressure from local yachting taxes. They say the government's hardline decision to keep fees where they are could ultimately kill a once booming industry. LaDawn Davis reports.
President of the Association of Bahamas Mariners and CEO of Bay Street Marina, Peter Murray, says the period between March and August is traditionally the busiest season for the country's marina and charter industry. However, he contends that the 14% tax imposed on yachts by the Ministry of Transport has negatively impacted the sector, leading to lower occupancy levels and leaving docks at smaller marinas, including his own, sitting empty.
A lot of our business has been storage business. We haven't seen as much activity in the charter market, which definitely affects, central and southern Bahamas, because these are the boats that, typically go to the out islands. The money's not getting spent in the country. So all the opportunities that Bahamians would have in this industry are taken away.
As of July 2025, fees range from $500 for smaller vessels to about $1,000 annually for cruise permits, plus anchoring fees from $250 to about $1,500 per year, as opposed to the $100 to $500 fees by rivals in the region. But there appears to be no immediate relief on the horizon. Transport Minister the Honorable Leon Lundy says the government has no plans to reduce yachting fees in the near term, maintaining that the current fee structure remains an important part of its revenue and regulatory framework for the maritime sector.
Fees are what they are right now, so no, we don't have in the seeable future any changes that'll be made. We made some changes to and amended some of the spot fines that we were about to put on.
The 35-year veteran says the Minister of Transport's comments to keep the yachting fees as is could only further cripple the industry.
It's unfortunate because I think it hurts a lot of Bahamian businesses that are trying to break into this market by not having, these huge economic spenders.
Murray says his marina has lost millions of dollars since the increase in yachting fees was implemented, forcing the business into survival mode. To offset the impact, he says the marina has had to offer deeper discounts to boat operators in an effort to remain competitive. He maintains that a comprehensive economic impact study is needed to fully assess the losses being suffered by the yachting industry. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Two members of the Public Accounts Committee staging a walkout during today's sitting in protest of what they say were procedural irregularities. PLP Member of Parliament Jamal Strawn and Kingsley Smith claim there was a departure from the established rules governing the PAC. The two alleging in a joint statement that despite objections raised by members, Committee Chair and Opposition Leader Michael Pintard sought to continue proceedings initiated under previous Parliament. The dissolution of Parliament automatically dissolves committees, requiring any newly constituted committee to operate under the authority of the current Parliament and in accordance with its rules and procedures. Strawn and Smith maintained that their protest was not in opposition to accountability or transparency, but rather a stand against what they described as an attempt to place political objectives above established parliamentary procedure. There is much more news to get to this late night still to come. The man reported as dead after a dog attack speaks. We'll have that story and a lot more. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make it a date. Saturday, June 27, 2026, 7 p.m. at Atlantis Paradise Island. It's the King Noah National Parkinson Foundation's 26th Annual Gala Charity Ball. Cocktails begin at 6:45 p.m. Food prepared by international chefs. Tons of prizes and surprises. Entertainment by the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Pop Band, DJ Gary Super Johnson, and the Dynamic Essence Band. Once again, it's Saturday, June 27, 2026, 7 p.m. at Atlantis Paradise Island. If you haven't already purchased your ticket, give us a call at 242-477-3782. That's 242-477-3782. With your help, we can continue to tell those with Parkinson's. We are not strong, and I'll be your friend.
To a story now that disturbs a lot of people. The victim of last Friday's dog attack is tonight sharing the harrowing experience. Take a listen to what he told our Lloyd Allen should be done to prevent another such ordeal.
A series of bites and over 100 stitches between both legs 3 days post his release from hospital. 66-year-old Don Smith is very much still sore following last Friday's vicious dog attack in the Camp Road community.
I was traveling from Ryan Feet Primary Park into Armstrong. When I reached the pump area, these 4 pit bulls came from the T-corner into the bin where I was still continue walking. And one of the black one is the one who really snapped my car. And the other 3, one nipped me here, and the 2 flew off.
The Camp Road resident says he used the little strength he had to crawl to his home, and once there, knocked on the door. He acknowledges, though, that his wounds could have been worse, considering one of his calves nearly separated from his leg. As for reports that he had died, Smith says he's aware of them. But then there's the bigger issue that his attack was not the first. This sentiment also shared by others in the community.
Lady and also our neighbor next door, it's a good friend of mine. I heard she got attacked by dogs, and now I understand that she's in a wheelchair.
Moving forward from these attacks, I would like to please urge those dog owners to please secure your dogs, because like he said, we have elderly person, children running and playing, and you know it's the summer too, so it's hard and the kids want to be outside, so please secure your dogs.
Ban all the pit bulls through the government policy. Ban all pit bulls.
Health and Wellness Minister Dr. the Honorable Michael Darville making it clear that while the issue falls under the remit of both the Ministry of Environment as well as the Department of Agriculture's Animal Control Unit, it's a public health concern.
We are concerned about stray animals and the possibility of transmission of various types of skin-borne diseases and so forth. So we're working very closely with the Minister, with the Environment, the Honorable Zane Lightburn, who is leading the charge for stray dogs and dealing with the issue.
In a statement Monday, the Bahamas Humane Society urged dog owners to ensure their animals are securely contained, properly supervised, and prevented from roaming freely. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
And we thank you, Lloyd, for bringing us that story. A traffic collision in Central Andros claims the life of one man and leaves several others injured. Police say the accident occurred at the intersection of Stanyard Creek and Queens Highway, involving a white Ford F-150 and a black Nissan Wing Road carrying 4 passengers. Investigations have so far revealed that the Nissan was traveling south along Queens Highway when the Ford attempted to enter the roadway from a side road, resulting in that collision. Police say the driver of the Nissan was fatally injured while 3 female passengers were taken to a local clinic before being airlifted to New Providence for further treatment. A juvenile passenger was also airlifted but was reportedly uninjured. Meantime, the driver of the Ford was treated for injuries. Traffic officers from New Providence are assisting with that investigation. Well, we welcome back to Late Night. Amajal Knowles, over to him now with a look at what's coming up in Late Night Sports.
In part 2 of our talk with the new Bahamas men's basketball head coach. He deals with that story and more coming up in sports.
When the craving hits, there's only one thing everybody agrees on. Hot, crispy, Wendy's chicken tenders. Made to satisfy every bite. Whether it's served as a slider or wrap, it's always perfectly seasoned, perfectly crunchy, and always cooked fresh. From lunch with friends to family moments worth sharing. For chicken tenders you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Steak sandwich.
I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese.
I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon was like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
So how's your preparation going? By now, you should be completing home repairs since the last storm, updating and replenishing your emergency kit, and paying closer attention to the ZNS networks for earlier than normal developments in the tropics and general storm tracking. Hurricanes don't wait. Why should you? This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
Welcome to your Tuesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports less than 3 weeks away from the next window of the FIBA AmeriCup qualifiers in the Bahamas with a new but familiar face at the helm. Our Swanson Gibson Jr. gives us part 2 of his chat with the new Bahamas men's basketball team head coach, Mikhail McLean.
Over the past 5 years, Mikhail McLean has played a critical role in the growth of the Bahamas senior men's national basketball team. As an assistant head coach, McLean has helped anchor the offensive and defensive systems for the 242 in various FIBA tournaments. McLean was recently named head coach of the squad ahead of the Bahamas' FIBA World Cup qualifiers matchups. He acknowledged his predecessor while praising the Bahamas basketball personnel.
First off, it's a huge blessing. It would be silly of me not to mention Chris DeMarco that laid the foundation for this Bahamas national team over the course of the last 8 years. Being able to join his staff, being able to kind of build this foundation from the ground up, and, you know, all of the guys, the players, the coaches that came before that, you know, so it's an unbelievable honor. We got a really talented group. We got a really talented staff. We're really excited to get to work.
McLean is no stranger to the big stage. Since 2024, he has served as an assistant coach for the prominent University of Kentucky basketball program. Additionally, he has been a part of the Bahamas' impressive Olympic qualifiers run, putting the world on notice in Argentina and Spain. McLean discussed working with such a talented core of athletes.
We've had a lot of success over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, so, for us to start with a group that, the Travis Munnings, the Buddy Heels, the Kai Jones, everybody, DeAndre Ayton, we always talk about the superstars, but Keno Burrows, has been a part of this organization for the last, 50 years, so the longevity that he's had, that this program and this organization has had, the BBF, the Basketball Federation, has done a great job giving us the resources to be successful. And, we're in a position where we can kind of really take the world by storm. We've been close, but we're real close to kind of kicking that door down.
McLean speaks to having home court for the upcoming series of games.
Just the fact that we have an opportunity to compete on our home court in Kendall Giazzik's gym, it's going to be lit in there. It's going to be loud. It's going to be rambunctious. So finding a way to settle our guys down, not getting too high, not too low throughout the, the physicality of the game. It's going to be super, super physical. Both teams are super physical. Both teams want to get up and down in transition. Jamaica has a really good big man that they want to throw the ball inside to him, and they got a really good guard that, plays in the NBA. So just finding a way to neutralize a lot of their top players and not allowing the role players to get off as well. So
the Bahamas does battle with Jamaica and Puerto Rico July 3rd and 6th at the Kendall Giazzik's gym. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
Thanks, Swanson. Still on hoops, this time we check in on a pair of summer camps taking place in the capital. First, over the Kendall Giazzik's Gymnasium for well over 2 decades. Basketball Smiles has been impacting the local hoops community, and this year is no different.
Well, we love the kids here. The program started in 1999, and this year we'll have served our 13,000th child. And we have grown to be the largest free basketball camp, I think, in the entire Caribbean. And we just continue it because the kids are eager to learn, they're very respectful, they play hard, and we just have a great time.
Extremely a joy to come back and work with the kids in the Bahamas. The name of the camp is Basketball Smiles, and when I get an opportunity to come over to the Bahamas and bring smiles to the kids, it's joyful, it's grateful. I love coming here. I wish we can come 2 times a year, but I love coming back and working with the kids in the Bahamas. They really enjoy it, they appreciate, and they work extremely hard when they're here.
It's a really good camp, especially for girls and boys. It's a good way, a good, vivid, energetic environment to learn and get better.
And over at the C.I. Gibson Gymnasium, a college basketball coaching legend lending his basketball expertise to some of our youngsters. Dennis Helms, a highly decorated Hall of Fame junior college basketball coach with 724 wins across 32 seasons, best known for his tenure at Odessa College in Texas. Helms coached multiple NBA stars and was also the head coach for one of our very own local basketball coaching legends in Kevin KJ Johnson.
It was a great opportunity. Kevin won his 7th national championship. I decided I wanted to come down. I wanted my wife to be able to see the Bahamas. And, hey, some people like to drink Kool-Aid. I like to coach basketball.
It's the summertime. Definitely we want to keep these young men and women off the streets during the busy summer period. I have a development program that goes on simultaneously in the afternoons also. We have about 18 teams, about 200 plus kids participating in the development program, and that's what's important.
We got with a pair of campers who spoke about the experience as well.
The past few days, it wasn't easy, as you see, working hard. Every day we learning something new. As for me as a big, I learned how to control the ball, be more patient. I got to learn my role more in the paint, get more bigger and stronger this season.
The past few days has been good. It's definitely not about your physical ability in this camp. It's about your mentality. So if you don't have your right mentality over here, you're not going to make it. Because some days are going to be harder than others. Like yesterday, it was pretty hard. Today, look even harder. Made it up with me.
And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Tuesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Today we're speaking with Director of Energy Supply, Jeffrey Davis, to better understand Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited's best capacity, what makes it a bankable project, and how it compares regionally.
How it works is it takes power from our grid, and it charges the batteries, and that battery power is then inverted through an inverter and supplied back to the grid.
Mr. Davis explains the many benefits to why BESS is a reliable modern technology investment.
What makes it a bankable project is that the BESS allows you to operate more efficiently, and that translates into lower fuel costs, lower maintenance costs, and the like. So that over a certain payback period, you can quantify your return on your investment in that way. I know I attended a CARELEC conference in Jamaica, spoke about the challenges they had with just photovoltaic systems, but not battery storage. And that can lead to very unstable systems. So the BESS gives you that capability to have a more stable system.
We understand BESS in practicality, but what does it mean for the team working on the ground? Mr. Christopher Virgil gives us insight.
We monitor the percentage output, we control the voltage output, and it also helps in balancing any irregularities on the system. When a generator unit cannot come on time, this will automatically supplement any deficiencies in the system, and it allows a comfortable gap for us to restore any other unit that we would need.
As energy demands continues to grow, investments like BESS are helping BPL to continue to build a better foundation for the future. From improved system support to greater reliability, this technology represents another step in the new energy era mandate.
Bahamas. Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season officially runs from June 1st through November 30th. 6 months of staying alert and prepared. Storms are named to help meteorologists, emergency officials, and the public communicate clearly and quickly during dangerous weather events. Hurricanes are also measured using the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, which ranks storms from categories 1 through 5 based on wind speed and potential damage. And did you know, when a hurricane becomes especially deadly or destructive, its name is permanently retired out of respect for the lives and communities affected. Now is the time to prepare your emergency kit with a portable AM/FM radio. Review your family plans and stay connected to trusted weather information. Preparation today can save lives tomorrow. These are the names of the storms for the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Isaias, Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
And it is time for a look at our late night weather forecast. For that, we say good evening to our Diane Dorset.
Good evening, everyone. We've got very warm conditions supported by a dominant ridge of high pressure and hazy conditions in the central and southeast Bahamas from a secondary plume of Saharan dust. Looking at our satellite picture, there are some clouds near the extreme northwest Bahamas associated with a mid-level trough, which could trigger showers and thunderstorms in that area tonight and tomorrow. And then tracking the Atlantic, there is no tropical cyclone development expected over the next 7 days. Now let's take a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. In the northern Bahamas, it is 84 degrees in Freeport City, 83 in Green Turtle Key, 84 also in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, and 86 in Bullocks Harbor, 83 in Bimini. In Fresh Creek, Central Andros, it is 89 degrees warmer. In Camps Bay, South Andros at 90 degrees, 85 in Harbor Island, 88 in Rock Sound, Eleuthera. For Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rumkey, and Exuma, it is 89 degrees. And moving down south in Clarence Town, Crooked Island, and Ragged Island, it's 87. 89 in Acklands and Betsy Bay, 85 in Matthew Town, Inagua. And for the Turks and Caicos Islands, it's 87 degrees. Tonight, we're expecting a low of 79 degrees, mainly clear and warm, except for the extreme northwest, like it said, where we may experience some showers. And then tomorrow, a high of 89, mostly sunny and hot. Now, the forecast remains largely unchanged to the rest of the week. You can expect mostly sunny days for the rest of the week with a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, like I said, mainly in the extreme northwest Bahamas. Daytime temperatures will remain in the lower 90s with high heat indices making things feel much warmer. So continue to stay hydrated and stay in shaded areas whenever you can. That's your late night look at weather, and as always, rest easy, stay cozy, and thanks for staying up with us. Have a good night, everyone.
Good advice as always, Diane. Thank you. And thank you as always for staying up late with us. That is our broadcast here this Tuesday night. I'm Corbell Pyfrom for Amo, Diane, and our entire team. You take care, be well, and remember, we will all be looking to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paiswell Forbes. This is ZNS.